If you've ever skipped a workout because you felt tired or unmotivated, you might be making a mistake that's quietly holding you back. Most people think progress is built on perfect sessions, the days when you feel strong, focused, and full of energy. But that's not where consistency comes from. The most important part of training, the part that actually builds you, is the one most people skip. When your motivation drops, it's easy to think, what's the point? You tell yourself you'll train tomorrow when you feel more rested or focused. But that decision costs more than one missed workout. It breaks rhythm. It teaches your brain that you only show up when conditions are perfect. And once that message takes hold, it's incredibly hard to reload. I've been there, standing in the gym, halfway through a warm-up that feels heavier than it should, wondering why I even bothered. You question whether you're wasting time, whether this session even counts. But that's what I've learned. Those sessions count more than you think. Because on the days you feel your worst, showing up proves that you're not driven by mood or motivation. You're driven by discipline. And that's what keeps progress alive when everything else feels flat. The truth is, nobody has perfect energy every week. Not athletes, not coaches, not anyone. Training isn't about feeling great every session. It's about building something that lasts. And the sessions you almost didn't do are the ones that keep the whole thing standing. When we only train on good days, we build inconsistency. When we train on bad days too, we build resilience. That's what separates people who make progress for a few months from people who stay strong for years. The mistake most people make is treating low energy days as failures instead of opportunities. They assume that if they can't give 100%, there's no point in trying. But here's the truth, even 50% effort still drives adaptation. Your nervous system doesn't switch off just because your energy is low. Movement still improves circulation, hormones, and recovery. Even light sessions reinforce your skill, your coordination, and your identity as someone who trains. Think about it like this. If you're learning an instrument, you don't only practice when you feel inspired. You practice to stay sharp. You maintain rhythm, technique, and timing. It's the same in training. Every time you show up, even for a lighter day, you're keeping the pattern alive. Physiologically, low-intensity training has huge benefits. It promotes blood flow, helps muscles recover, and maintains joint mobility. It keeps your movement patterns fresh and your nervous system engaged. And mentally, it gives you proof that you can do things even when you don't feel it. Now that's real progress. I once had a client who came in after a brutal week of work. They were exhausted and ready to skip the session. We stripped everything back. Lighter weights, slower tempo, more control, and even additional mobility. By the end, they were smiling and said, I'm glad I came. The numbers didn't matter. What mattered was that they kept the habits alive. Because one light session keeps you connected to your routine, while skipping it can disconnect you completely. So how do you handle those days when energy is low? Let's break it down. There's a simple way to structure low energy sessions so that they still move you forward without digging you into fatigue. Think of it as a 3-part decision framework. Step 1, assess your readiness. Before you start, take 60 seconds to check 3 things. How did you sleep? How's your stress? How sore do you feel? If 2 out of 3 are poor, today's not the day to chase performance. It's a day to manage recovery. This doesn't mean rest automatically. It means adapt the plan. Step 2, adjust the variables, not the standard. You still show up, but you scale the dose. Here's how you can modify this any session. Reduce load by 20 to 30%. Cut total sets by 1 or 2 per exercise. Shorten range or motion if something feels unstable, or extend tempo. Slower reps make light weights feel meaningful. This way you stay consistent without overstressing the system. Step 3, pick your tier for the day. I use a simple 3-tier model with clients. Tier 1, full session. Everything feels good, push as planned. Tier 2, modified session. Slightly lighter load, focus on control, cut volume by about 1/3. Tier 3, minimum effective dose. Just move. Warm up, 1 main lift, 1 accessory, stretch, leave, maybe some additional mobility. Even Tier 3 counts. It's a maintenance session that keeps the rhythm alive. To make it concrete, here's an example for a low body day. Tier 1 might be your full squat session, 4 working sets and accessories. Tier 2 could be a tempo goblet squats and step-ups, slower, lighter, controlled. Tier 3, bodyweight squats, hip bridges, a few carries, some breath work. All 3 are valid. The difference is intent and dosage. You can use the same model for upper body or conditioning days. The goal is to match training stress to life stress. When life is heavy, training should balance it, not necessarily add to it. That's how you stay consistent without burning out. Now, let's add one more layer to make the system even more effective. Think of training adjustments as a set of dials, not switches. You can turn down certain dials to fit your energy instead of flipping the whole session off. The 5 dials you can control are load, volume, range, density, and tempo. Load, how heavy you go. Drop the weight by 20% and maintain perfect form. The volume, total sets and reps. Cut a set or 2, but keep intent high. Range, how deep or far do you move? If joints feel stiff, shorten the range slightly until control returns. Density, how much work do you pack into the time? Increase rest or spread movements apart to lower fatigue. Tempo, how fast or slow you move. Slower reps make light weights feel challenging and build control. You can adjust any of these and still make progress. And when you learn to use those dials, you'll never see a low energy day as a failure again. You'll see it as a training skill. To close out a low energy session, finish with a reset. Something simple like 3 minutes of deep nasal breathing, light band work, or an easy walk. That tells your nervous system the job is done. You turned up, you moved with intent, and left calmer than when you arrived. Over time, these sessions compound. They keep you moving, keep you sharp, and protect your rhythm. That's what builds long-term progress. Not chasing big days, but managing the small ones well. And yes, sometimes rest really is the right call. If you're truly run down, if your sleep is shot, and your body feels heavy, that's not a bad day. That's your system asking for recovery. The key is learning the difference between tired and depleted. Tired means move anyway. Depleted means rest, deliberately. Both are forms of progress when done intentionally. The goal isn't to force perfection, it's to maintain connection. Every session keeps the thread intact. Even if you only do 1/3 of your plan, you're still saying, this matters. matters. And that identity, that mindset is what creates long-term results. When you zoom out, one low day means nothing. What matters is the pattern. 100 average sessions build more strength than 10 perfect ones. The people who achieve the best results aren't the ones who crush every workout. They're the ones who refuse to let one low day turn into a lost week. So next time you wake up tired or distracted, stop asking, will this session be worth it? Start asking, what can I do today to keep the momentum? Because that's what really defines progress. The ability to keep moving forward even when you don't feel like it. Bad days still build you. They might not look very impressive, but they count. They protect your habits, maintain your discipline, and remind you that training is about stacking bricks, not chasing motivation. The wall doesn't stand because every brick is perfect. It stands because they're all there, even the uneven ones, even the chipped ones. So they keep showing up. Lay the brick, move the body, because when motivation fades, momentum keeps you going. And that's what separates short-term effort from lifelong progress. If this helps shift how you see bad training days, comment bricks below. And if you know someone who's struggling to stay consistent, share this video with them. Remind them that showing up imperfectly is still showing up. Keep stacking, keep showing up, even the rough days count.